Hey everybody, this is Kyle with a video on Monday. I think it's like the July 6th, or yeah, what was July 4th was Saturday, so it's the 6th. I just wanted to make a short video because something really different happened. Like, I want to make a lot of videos, but it's kind of like I'm just going day to day, and it's like I'm buffering out a lot of their stuff, but they've got kind of a steady migraine on me. The guy is just putting as much ELF as he can through, so it's kind of just the same stuff. They're microwaving my face, just as much as he can get through, just doing it all the time, because he's a coward, and that's kind of how he works. But something different happened. I'm not sure when it started. I know July 4th, and I'll make a longer video. This is just a short video to kind of show something that new that happened. Like, I know last night it happened. What started happening is out where I kind of sit here. I sit outside, and I make videos, and this is kind of my patio area. And then the Mexican gentlemen are behind that fence in the house next door, and then I got the my main guy, the main organizer over here. I really hate him. And what happened is, like, I went out there and I saw this, and I'll show them both to you. I saw one of these things, and I don't even know what they are. I'm going to try and get a good picture of them. Stabilize it. It is not focusing very good. They're these little pieces, they're beads, or I don't know, it looks like they maybe belong on some type of string, like a string you'd pull on a fan or something like that. I don't know, I don't have anything like this in my house, and I started seeing, I'll go ahead and open the door to show you the spot where I saw it. My dog's probably going to run out. I started seeing them, like, I kind of sit in this chair over here, and I'll read in the morning, I'll drink some coffee or make videos over here. And I came out one morning and I just like stepped on something, and it was one of these things. It was like right in the middle right here. I don't know where it came from. Just a little bead, and like, my parents did bring a lot of stuff to put in my house over, but like I've checked everything and I don't have anything like this that's connected to anything like this. I want to get a good... Is that focusing? I want to get in the light so you can see these little beads. And what I did is, like, the first time I saw one, I didn't think anything of it, and I just kind of kicked it off. I kicked it off into the grass. And then, like, the next day, I saw the same kind of bead up here. And they always kind of do little things around the house. But then... last night, and this is the first time I noticed it, it may have happened before, this is the inside of my house, and I went to sleep last night, I locked this door and everything. I wake up in the morning, the door is unlocked but closed, and I find one of these right on my floor. Right on my floor right there. So, like, I got one, I picked it up and threw it against this wall, and then I came home later, and actually, let's see where they came from. Let's see, they are in my house. No, are they? Yeah, they certainly are. They most certainly are. So they are coming from my house, but they're coming in, and they're coming from here. These pillows have these little things on them, and they're taking them off of the pillows and placing them. So it is in my house, actually. Like, I thought it came out of their house. I thought I had some good proof against them. But they're doing it. Like, they're not just flying off of the pillows. Like, I don't go over there. I don't mess with any of that stuff. And it was all the way outside. So I just found that out on the video. So they're actually pulling them off, and they got infinite number of them here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch for them. I don't fool with those pillows. I don't mess with them. So the door was unlocked, and one of these was on the floor, like right there. And on these pillows, these are from the pillows. I just found that out. Wow. And you see on the pillow, they're like they're tied through, so they don't just fall off. So what they're doing is they're coming in, they're getting them off of here, and then placing them around my house. So we'll see if they do it again. That probably because I'm making a video about it, they might not do it again. I'm not sure, but it definitely was them, and that's kind of the gaslighting thing. And it was like one of them was out there, I kicked it off, and then they did the same thing, put it there. So they're coming in my house. They actually came in my house, and they came in last night while I was sleeping and did it. So I guess they from the look of these pillows, they've gathered a couple of them. They probably gathered a couple of them, and then they've got them stored up, so they'll place them around the house or inside the house. But they're definitely coming inside my house while I'm not here, and they definitely came in last night and placed one on the floor while I was asleep. But I actually did found out, I was like wondering where they were from. I was hoping it was from something inside their house, so I'd have some proof. But that's definitely them. So it looks like on the pillows they've collected a couple of them, and I'm going to be seeing them around. I just figured that out on video. Wow. So I was looking for that all day. But yeah, I found one here, placed directly in the middle, and then it was like one placed directly out here. That's something oh God, that's something that, they can twist that so bad. Oh, it just fell off the pillow. So that's a gaslighting thing. That's definitely a gaslighting thing that only I fucking see. If I called a cop, they'd be like, oh, that's retarded, It's just a little piece of something. I thought for a second that he was like, maybe seeing what I would notice, seeing how small details I would notice, because he's really getting, I hear him on the V2K, and he's ready to kill me or get me out of here, because he's staying up every night to slowly microwave me. And they get through a little bit. Like, my buffering works really good. God, I didn't know these were off of those pillows. I don't mess with them, though. Like, my dog doesn't come over here. I don't come over here. My parents don't come over here. They definitely did it, but I just didn't realize it was from something in my house. But I found one placed directly there. Then I came home later, and I found one, placed behind here, behind my stuff, inside. So they started putting them out here, right in the middle. Right in the middle. I kicked it over. I was like, what is this? It's like a little bead or something. And it's just like all the other gaslighting stuff they've done to me. They bent one of my little statuettes, and they, little stuff. Little stuff. But I thought for a second, you got to be careful with these people, because all they are is deceit, basically. So it's like, I could sit here and think, oh, well, this guy's testing maybe, what details I see or something like that. But in reality, he may be doing this and distracting me with this. So I look for this, and then he does something else. Because they're very deceitful people, and they work on a lot of layers of evil and deceit. So I just wanted to make that short video. So it did. And I see a lot of them have been ripped off, so they've collected them. They've collected a bunch of them, so I may see them around. But now that I know where they're from, and I have put it on video, they may not do it as much. I'll keep y'all informed of it. I probably won't do a video just on this. I'll probably put it, because I'm going to do a lengthier video this week. And I know I said I was 50,000 views, on one of my earlier videos, but I'm 49,700, almost exactly. So the big 50,000's coming up, and I'll probably do a video kind of celebrating that and celebrating y'all and just everybody because think about that. It's like this gang stalking thing, nobody knows about it, but 50,000 views on just a YouTube channel, just a single YouTube channel, that's very hopeful. I don't say that because I'm like, oh, I'm awesome, 50,000 views, because it really is individual videos and a lot of videos added up, but 50,000 views means something. You tell somebody that, and there is support in numbers, and support for our cause if people know that there are greater numbers of us. So, I just wanted to make a short video about that. So I know where they're getting them from. Like, they tore them off, those pillows. So they've got a collection of them. Well, I was like, man, I was hoping it was something out of their houses, but I guess they're smarter than that. They also hit my trash can. Somebody hit my trash can in a car this morning and broke the wheel, broke the side. I'll put that on another video. And then they stood it back upright. So they're really damaging my property. They keep doing that thing to my car, like so I can't put the bumper and tape it right. So they're really damaging my property. But he's doing it's just little stuff like that. Like he wouldn't, like this guy wouldn't do anything big, because then I could call the police, and really prove to the police that this guy is, messing with my property. But he's getting very. Like, every day he gets more violent and impatient because he sees that the police aren't helping me. He sees I'm not, like, nobody's really listening to me. And I'll put this on a lengthier video. I just want to kind of make this a short video, showing that thing about the gaslighting. So now I know what they've done. They've taken a bunch of these little things off these pillows over here, and they're placing them outside, and they actually, it's really scary, and I guess I'm not acting as scared as I should be, but somebody, like, while I was sleeping right here, I sleep right here in this little enclosure, and this is my door right here, right by it. The door was unlocked, and there was one of those, like, right in the middle of that tile right there, and I locked the doors at night, so somebody did come in, while I was sleeping into my house. So, that's really scary. They definitely come in while I'm gone, So, and he pretty much, the way that he's thinking right now, which is, it is terrorism, like it's very scary terrorism, is he's thinking, like, this guy's fair game. He says it, like, I can hear him, like, you gotta remember, my people that are attacking me, they don't really talk to me. They kind of talk about me, and from what I'm hearing him saying, like what I can hear, because a lot of it I do buffer out, but what I am hearing is he's just like, it doesn't matter, this guy's crazy, we can do anything to him we want, and so he's trying to creep up and kind of get away with as much violence and terrorism as he can, and hurt me as much as he can. The microwaves do... they're hurting me. It's like, I don't know if I'm experiencing as much pain, as I'm definitely not, because of the plates and stuff like that. It's kind of a slow microwave, like they'll hit me in the front of the head, the muscles in my face, they'll microwave them, kind of, put as much power into it as they can, and it's not that much, but if he just does it all the time. He doesn't do anything else. They just shift out or whatever. However they do it to torture you all day long, 24 hours a day, and while you sleep, he does that. So, even something that's like, well, that's not that bad. It's been done, for 3.5 years, so it actually is. It is bad, But all right, I want to keep talking, but I'm gonna shift that into a video where I turn the camera around. And actually do a real video. But I'm kind of doing good. I keep getting into a lethargic state. I'm just playing a video game now. Like I'm helping my mom, do some of her work, looking for a job, but not going out, kind of stuck in the house still. Not really moving on stuff that I should. But I'll talk about that in a later video. I just wanted to show that, kind of that gaslighting. So they are coming up in my house. They can unlock my doors. And I just found out where they're getting those little beads from, what those are. Started placing them outside, and like my first instinct was, because like that's kind of what I thought all the gaslighting from him was, for him to see like, oh, what kind of details does he notice, so we can maybe go further than that. And I'm pretty good at noticing details, so I think he's not going to be able to go too far. But it may not be that. He's so deceitful, he might be like, well, let's start doing this. So be careful about your stalkers. They might be doing something that you're like, oh, well, I'm going to look for that now. And they're like, okay, that's distracting them. So we'll go ahead and we'll do this other thing that might actually be very dangerous. I worry they're getting in my house. I worry about them poisoning my dog. I worry about them putting stuff in my bathtub, like neurotoxins in my food or toxins in my food. I really worry about that stuff. And if he's doing something small like this, I worry about him doing like, oh, we'll sneak in, we'll put some kind of toxin in his drink, or in the place where he takes a bath. But anyway, I'll go more into depth about what's going on with me later this week. I didn't want to make a long video now. I do just keep talking, and you're just looking at the floor right here. Maybe we can just put the video on my dog while I wrap it up. Hey, Pepper. Hey, Pepper. She's not doing too good. She gets very lethargic. Like if I ask her if she wants a treat or something like that, and she's laying down, she's non-responsive sometimes because she'll get into kind of a trance-like state from the microwaves. It does kind of give me an idea of what it's kind of doing to my body by looking at her, because I'll see, she's lethargic. She, it doesn't affect her exactly the way that it affects me. And I don't think they're directly hitting her. I hope they aren't. But I don't know. If they're coming into my house, I really worry about them, like, putting poison on her fur or poisoning her directly. They do, like, I come outside, and there's a lot of the outdoor toxins, in my yard. It's looking pretty nice, though. God, that's the thing me and my parents always talk about. It's like it's such a dream home. It's a dream house, a dream neighborhood. If there wasn't this under the surface, like, evil terrorism, it'd be the perfect place to, like, raise a family or, get a good job and really, get the house cleaned up. And the house isn't looking too bad, but, with that big thing in the center, it's just no good. Got a bunch of cute little squirrels. The one squirrel that I showed on video, the black fox squirrel, he grew up, and he's the only one kind of hanging out around here. It's really a beautiful yard. I just wish this gang stalking stuff didn't exist. I mean, and like, I guess since I'm talking about, I'll just talk about a couple of things, but I'll still make another video. But July 4th, I was thinking this guy, I was like, man, he probably won't do it on July 4th. I didn't think that, actually. I thought this guy's probably going to do it on July 4th. He's going to not even celebrate and just do this. But what he did was, I heard a lot different voices on the V2K, so he actually invited people over, celebrated July 4th, and did this, kind of just worked this into the day. Microwaving me at my family dinner, around my grandma. And I'll talk more in depth about that, because I had a conversation with somebody I really respected, basically my uncle. He's not really my uncle, but he was my aunt's boyfriend, and I think of him as an uncle. And it was kind of horrible. I mean, he's somebody that I tell the truth, and it kind of slipped out in a conversation we were having. Conversation abruptly ended when I started talking about that, because he's like, show me an example of that. He's like, we would know about that. Because I was like, well, because we were talking about communism and control and surveillance, and he was kind of like, well, some people do need to be watched. And I was like, this guy next to me, he's ex-military, he's surveilling me in my house, he's microwaving, he's, hurting me in my house. And he was like, we would know about that. There'd be financial records. And I think, maybe that's an idea, and I'll talk about that on my real video or my long video this week. Financial records on some of this stuff. I know a lot of it's probably in a black budget, because they can't show that they're passing around directed energy weapons, but that's kind of an idea that I've never thought of. There has to be financial records or something about this stuff, and that might be, for somebody who knows a lot about that, that might be a great idea. to maybe look into public financial records of the NSA or DHS or police organizations, and kind of where the money's funneled, because there has to be some kind of record. They have to show something about some of this. So he did bring up that point. But he was like, once again, he was like, every American, well, I would know about it if it was happening. And anybody who's experienced something like this, like organized gang stalking, knows that's not true. The Americans don't know about a lot of things that are happening in our country. Alright, guys, I just wanted to show you all that kind of gaslighting thing. They might have been doing other stuff too. I hope now that I've noticed that it's the pillows, and I put it on video, that they'll stop doing it. But they've collected a lot of them, so I might be finding them everywhere. And if I do, I'll put it on video. I'll make it a point to make a small video about this gaslighting thing, or if I notice something else, because I do want to document too, other than just making videos speaking about it. But alright, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. I'm going to go ahead and end this. I didn't want it to be that long, but I haven't talked to y'all in a while. I'll make a longer video, though. Not doing that horrible, but it is constant, he's getting constant, kind of weak ELF through and just pointing it all at my head. They've kind of stopped hitting me in the chest and the genitals, and they've kind of just anybody who I guess is getting ELF into my house is just going for my head, the front of my head and the top of my head. So it'll feel like kind of a pressure migraine, and then they'll kind of sometimes they'll do a whole I guess ELF spread on my facial muscles. I can say that word. All right. Well, happy late 4th of July, and I will definitely do a longer video this week, but I kind of wanted to think about what I was going to say, and, kind of see if I can say something productive that can help us. Just sitting around getting microwaved all the time and not moving isn't really helping my mindset. I guess I'll just end it with, I really hate my main stalker a lot. I hate his guts. And, I guess I'll end it on that. That sounds good. Alright, guys. I will see y'all on the next one. I'll actually see y'all on the next one, because I wanted to show y'all those things. And they did come from these pillows. They took a lot of them. So I might be seeing those everywhere around my house and inside my house. Alright, that's cool. Alright, guys, I love y'all. God bless. I'm going to do a longer one and just kind of put this one in front of it. I hope y'all are doing okay. I know this is horrible hell. Just stay strong. We got to keep going and getting information out there. Like I said, I'm 300 away from actually 50,000 hits on my YouTube site, and I know other people, other target individuals are getting way more views than me, and I'm not saying I'm jealous. I'm saying that's great. Some of them women target individuals, or people who actually have their stuff together a little bit better, and that's great. And I'm gonna eventually try and do that. Get stuff that's a little bit more than just me doing the phone videos. But for now, when it's all I can do, it's all I can do. It's better than doing nothing. All right, guys. God bless y'all. He's really involved in this. God is he's been helping me. Like I said, right now, I'm standing here. I do get uncomfortable during the night. I know my dog has convulsions from it. But last night I moved a plate, around closer to this side, and it really helped the ELF hitting me. So it's God has given me a way to at least control this a little bit and not be a little ragdoll with the torture weapons. So that's great. And I'm thankful for it. I'm so thankful that I'm not feeling it like I was, when he first started really torturing me and I didn't have any defenses. I'm so thankful. As a human being, I kind of forget that sometimes, and I'm like, well, he's still hurting me, so it's still bad, but he was hurting me a lot worse, and he was in total control, except for me, like, putting aluminum around me. So I do have a lot to be thankful for. I'm sure we all do, so just try and remember that we do still have life, and this will end. We will end this all together, and with all the research and things that people are coming at this from every angle, it will end. These people can't hide for too long. And I mean, I don't know, this guy, like, he acts like I'm the bother and stuff like that, and that's complete, and it's just a trashy lie. They're not going to be able to hide forever. Also today, okay, then I'll end it really after this. These people really can never win, because I was thinking about this guy, and he's dead inside. He's a murderer. Like, he's a murderer, and he could sit there his whole life torturing me in my sleep and just sitting at his wall with these, with these electromagnetic directed energy weapons. And that's really, he's lost already. If he wasn't just if he just wasn't dead when he was born, now he is walking around and he's really dead. He's dead. He is not like physically dead, but he might as well be, and we're alive. The people who help people and we don't want to hurt people, we're alive. So these people really can't ever win. It's sad that they can create a lot of violence and, reach up from the grave, so to speak, and try and drag living people down with them into hell, but really they can never win. And that's what we have to remember. What's inside of us is victory. And Jesus Christ, like what God's put into us and what we can affect in this world is victory, no matter how bad these people hurt us. So just remember that. Never think that they've got a one-up on you, because living a life where you murder people and you lie about it and you hurt Americans that's like a walking death. And we should all be thankful for that, Even if we're on the other side of a lot of terrorism or a lot of torture, you can be very thankful for that you're not one of these people, hurting innocents or lying about, hurting families or hurting animals, or killing people, or making people commit suicide, or raping people, or trying to break into people's houses, or just all sorts of all the terrorism, all the covert terrorism that they do. Alright, guys, I'm going to go, it's 30 minutes, and I just wanted to do like a 5-minute video. I'm going to do like a long one, though, this week, and get into more detail about kind of what went on July 4th, and how awful that is that he actually, put some of this gang stalking and torture into his July 4th celebration. Like, he didn't just do this, he actually had people over his house, and they were fine with it. It's crazy. It's crazy what's happening in America. There's a lot, like, this is almost the worst I could think of, but there's a lot of bad stuff going on in America, and a lot of it's hidden, and it's like, people who care about each other, it seems like we're taking it on the chin, and people who will do anything, and be used, it seems like they're getting prizes and money for doing evil, or fucking over their neighbor, or, lying about people. It doesn't seem right. It seems all flipped around in kind of bizarro world, but I just feel like evil is so unstable. It doesn't have any equilibrium. It's all extreme to one side or the other, so it can't last long. It can't, it will dissolve. Maybe it'll pop up in a lot of places, but like real love and real humanity is very stable. It's equitable. And it has a lot of equilibrium. So remember that in yourself, because I know a lot of you out there, all of you that I've seen, are good people. Remember that just being a good person has a lot of equilibrium to it. And try and stay centered and balanced in your spirituality, if you can't in your physicality, in your mental and your mental status because you're being physically hurt so bad. Remember to keep your spiritual core balanced. And I don't think it's really, your spiritual core isn't really capable of becoming unbalanced if you keep nurturing it. Alright, guys, I love y'all. God definitely loves us. He's definitely involved in this situation. I'll mention more stuff about that, but He's always involved in this. He's always winking at me, showing me He's here. I don't understand why bad things ever happen in the world, or why something this bad has to happen, or why people would feel like it is a victory in their lives, even if they're getting money or whatever. But there is a reason for this, and there's a reason for our lives and targeted individuals and all this mess. We just don't see it clearly now. But I'll talk to y'all later. God bless y'all, and say bye to Pepper. Bye, Pepper. You want a treat, Pepper? Come here. You want a treat? You want a treat? Look at her. Look how her head goes. Alright, guys. I'll see y'all in the next one.